So one thing I always like to kind of demystify, and I want to make sure people are very, very clear at the upfront, is that estate planning is not about death documents. It's not who gets your stuff when you die. And I find that that's the first thing that people always think about is who's going to get my stuff when I pass away, whether you have minor children, whether you have no children, you have adult children. And so it's very important to understand that it's not just about who gets your stuff when you pass away. Certainly, testamentary intent is very important, and an orderly disposition of the assets is very important. But there's a huge component to estate planning which has a lot of lifetime benefits that I want to make sure that you understand that. So the first part of it, let's just kind of talk about what the three main components of a comprehensive estate plan are. The first one is going to be documents of incapacity, documents of substituted judgment. You're familiar with this. This term is called power of attorney. And power of attorney breaks into two different categories. You have the power of attorney for healthcare, and you have powers of attorney for property and financial management. So we're going to kind of talk about that and break each of those down. The second set of documents is going to be your will. Now, in a comprehensive estate plan, a last will typically is a supplemental document to a trust. The trust is the main document that actually manages and disposes of the assets, and a will is a relatively minor but important player in a comprehensive structure. Again, we'll spend a few minutes talking about wills. And then the third component is going to be a trust. Now, this what we're going to be referring to during this these opening comments is a typical revocable living trust. People think of these as family trusts, as living trusts, as loving trusts, whatever you want to call it. It's basically a trust. And in its most basic form, most people as a single individual or even as a married couple will walk away with just one trust. There are circumstances, as I mentioned, whether it could be same-sex relationships, it could be second marriages, it could be just different types of assets you have, kids of prior marriages, whatever the case may be, that you may have more than one trust. You can have any number of trusts, but you only can have one will. So I kind of just again, that's one thing that kind of pops up when we come up with a multi-trust estate plan, because the circumstances kind of demand that.